But how I got to know about you, Sophie, is Mother of Pod.
Yeah.
So you and Jen were one of the OG podcasters.
Yeah,
because
of Ireland.
Of Ireland,
very
definitely.
proud boast. Yeah, we really got out there early.
And because you talk about the most random shit that we all think and feel, like it's a lot of it was to do with being a mother.
Yeah.
And we could also relate, but no one was talking like that back then. I always would consider you two to be the original Vogue and Joanne.
Well, thank you. I call us the Temu Vogue and Joanne.
But, you just didn't have the hundreds of thousands of followers.
No,
at the
and
start.
the like selling out Sydney Opera House yet. No, I mean honestly, we're just getting smaller. We're doing the opposite of everybody else. We are trying to be small and hidden, which maybe is our USP. So Motherpod.
Well, you're fucking hard to find.
We're hard to find.
I listened to you avidly for years, and then I dropped off. I don't know. I'm so busy. I don't listen to very much now anymore, except when I'm going to bed, and it's usually I'm asleep in 5 minutes. But I messaged you yesterday saying, I'm trying to do some fucking research on you, Sophie, and I can't find anything.
I know, I'm so bad.
So you're behind all these paywalls now, which is brilliant because I'm delighted that you are able to make money from it. But I want to talk about the Mother of Pod and the fact that this is it, the genesis of it, and the fact that you're so outspoken about mothering. Actually, probably more so than anyone.
When we started, like, so much of it is down to Jen. Like, so Jen O'Dwyer is my co-host and also, like, my best friend. We've known each other since we were 5. Went all through schools together, same national school, secondary. She's just always just been there. Like, I think, do you know, like, and I really hope everyone has this friend, but, like, you know, this friend that you have that actually nearly kind of parented you and like really shaped who you are, shaped who you became. That is Jen for me. And so what was happening was Jen actually is always, she'll have like every bit of tech before everyone has, like years ahead. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
She's just one of those kind of people. She has a really busy mind. She just like has this like insatiable curiosity as well about everything. So she was big into podcasts, and this is kind of before Irish people were massively listening to podcasts, and she was massive into Pod Save America and things like that. Like the kind of real, like now they're kind of like the trad media of podcasts.
I was going to say,
these massive ones.
Yeah.
Like her toxic trait is that she listens to a bit of Joe Rogan, and we call her Jen Rogan. She's absolutely doing it in an ironic fashion. Do not worry. So she was big into podcasts and put me onto them. And I was working at the time for Maximum Media, who are the company behind her.ie and Joe.ie. And I was saying to them, like, we have to get a podcast out. Like, there's really very little Irish podcasts. It's 2016. I had been writing at that point. I'd been a mother for 3 years, and I'd written a lot about being a parent. My first book had come out that year in 2016, and I'd written a lot about having my first baby, what a kind of like bomb that goes off in your life when you have your first baby, and you're shell shocked and you're walking around going like, nobody told me, even though everyone was trying to tell you. You know, I always think about the previous generations just like rolling their eyes and being like, we tried to tell you. But at the time you were so bored by us that you weren't listening. When I was pregnant, my mother, I always remember, like hissed in my ear, it's going to be a nightmare. Just want you to be ready. You were a nightmare when you were a baby. And then, so I had my first baby, and like I'd had mental illness on and off since I was 22. So it was definitely like no shocker that after my first baby, I had like a really, really low year of postnatal depression, probably mingled in with my, at the time, undiagnosed bipolar. I just remember being really like, there's no representation of like the kind of real shit show. There was so many Instagrammers doing the like, you know, picture perfect shit. I was just like, I can't with these women. Like, here's a woman now who's like 6 days postpartum. She's wearing a pair of skinny white jeans. What the fuck? She's in Dundrum Shopping Centre.
Skinny white jeans.
Yeah. I was
Where's
like,
the blood?
Who is this? Like, where's your gigantic nappy like sanitary towel? And so I was trying to get my employers to do a podcast, and I just got really frustrated by the process. It was slow because obviously if you're doing something kind of with corporate, it's going to be like that. And in the end, I just turned around to Jen. I sent her a picture of me down on one knee, holding out a ring, and I was like, will you be my pod wife? And she was like, I thought you'd never ask. And so we got our friend Cassie Delaney on board. She was amazing. She produced it for like the first couple of years, and that was when we were making no money, and she was just doing it for the sheer love.
She's laughing along with it because you could hear her.
She was a character in it completely. Like she's, not a parent, much younger than us actually. So yeah, I think she was just very entertained. Really, we weren't setting out to like be, I don't know, like honest, because that's not something that I think Jen or I like even need to consider, because we are only like that. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah.
Like we were never like, we want to be really authentic and honest. We were just like, let's call the first episode How to Get a Baby Out Your Gee, and let's go. So initially we were quite like...
Even the fact that you used the word gee.
I know, yeah. I know, we did an episode about breastfeeding, and I remember calling it Give Baldy Your Tit, because there had been like a spoof book at the time called Give Baldy Your Tit that used to go around Reddit, and yeah. So I can't take credit for that one, but yeah, get a baby out your gee. So we just like posted it. Like we had no idea. We only had Cassie holding our hand. Like we wouldn't have otherwise been able to do this.
It's now all flooding back to me. I would be laughing, and the titles were hilarious. Actually, you just wanted to click in.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's really good. I posted the first episode, and it was 2017. It was early 2017, and I just remember the first night, like watching the numbers just go and go and go in real time, and I just was refreshing it, and there'd be another few hundred and another few hundred. I didn't know where people were coming from, because me and Jen didn't have any following on social media. Like I don't think we've ever been, we've never engineered anything on purpose. We've just stumbled around, and maybe it lands with some people, it doesn't land with others. Over the years, it's become like something I never could have conceived of. We've got letters and presents and people telling us, like sharing really vulnerable stories with us about what's going on in their lives and how we might have got them through like a tough time.